Yo, what's up everybody? Knifey here. Today I'm going to be looking at the bow Amazon build, or Bowzon for short. And let's just go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so for this build, let's go ahead and start with the skills. Since we're going to be a Bowzon, we're going to obviously go with the bow and crossbow skill tree. So start with magic arrow and go with multiple shot and guided arrow. These are going to be your main abilities. Guided arrow is going to be your single target and your boss killer. Multi-shot is going to be your AoE. Maybe go to like 16. We're going to want, with plus skills, we're going to want this to be 21, okay? With plus skills. And then magic arrow, you're going to want to max this. And you're going to want to get one in each of those. But Valkyrie is a pretty good ally, so I'd say get this to 17 or so. One in each of these. I like to max penetrate on this build. And also we're going to need a few peers. For the rest of the points, at the end of the build, just add them to critical strike. Alright. That's going to be what our skill tree looks like for the most part. We're going to go back later and change it when we get our plus skills, but let's now get into the gear. For the Amazon, I like to use Vamp Gaze because it's got insane damage reduction and the dual leech, as well as pretty high defense. Especially if you upgrade it to a Bone Visage, which has pretty low strength requirement anyways, so go with that if you can. Now for the socket. I'm going to recommend a jewel here with increased attack speed and all resists, if you can get one, because it's kind of tough to get resists on the Amazon, but if you can get a jewel, yeah, you definitely want attack speed, but some type of resist would be good here on the secondary jewel effect. Okay. For the amulet, go with High Lord's Wrath for the increased deadly strike there. It's going to give you some more crit. And the plus skills is nice, but mainly for the attack speed. Okay. Light resist is also nice. Now, if you teleport, well, you would need an Enigma, maybe like a Great Hauberk on the Amazon or something. But since the Amazon's cast rate is just so pitiful, I mean her frames, even with a 99% cast rate, it's 12 frames. It's just so bad. So I don't recommend teleporting on the Amazon. We're going to want to go with Fortitude here on an Archon plate. Okay, superior if you can get it. Pretty small increased defense there. Yeah, and that's going to be your armor choice because you want that enhanced damage. The defense is okay. It's good. It's good defense. And then this chilling armor is nice because that'll increase your defense as well by a bit more. Okay, for the weapon, I like Windforce. It's got knockback and it's pretty good damage. It's gonna have variable mana leech. Try to get the 8% one, obviously. But for this socket, you're gonna have to put in a shale. Because it only has 20% base. And since a Hydra bow is kind of slow attack speed, actually, I think, normally, you want to shale this, okay? The alternate weapon choice I like to use is this, upgraded with the socket. You could even add a increased attack speed, enhanced damage jewel, but since this bow already has 50% increased attack speed, you could maybe even go with like an Elm Rune here for the straight enhanced damage. And this bow is good because it has damage to demons, and then it also has this cool Fist of the Heavens effect on striking, which is kind of nice. But if you need to slay demons, going farming Chaos Sanctuary, this could be a fun alternative to Windforce. But my first pick is going to be the Windforce, Shale. And for the gloves, you're going to go with Laying of Hands. That's going to be 20% increased attack speed, and the pretty insane damage to demons, okay, and fire resist is good as well on there. This is also going to have a strike effect. Holy Bolt, it's going to heal you, I guess, if you walk into those. Very tiny amount. It kind of sounds cool, looks cool. Yeah, whoops. So for the ring, definitely go with Raven Frost for the first ring, because we need Cannot Be Frozen, and pretty much all these other stats are good. Dexterity, attack rating, yeah. Belt Razor Tail, because you're going to need this piercing, because you want to stack piercing with your ability Pierce to totally get 100%. You could even upgrade that, possibly. Alright, so for this ring, you're going to probably want a Life Leech ring. Try to get 8%. But if that's not possible, then maybe try to get, 6 to 8%, right? So just gamble rings. Try to get some all resist ring with, maybe life or something like that. Alternatively, you could go with something like a Bokathos for the plus skills. Of course, the range on this is 3 to 5, so try to get a 5% one. And then the plus life is also nice there, right? So for boots, I'm going to recommend the Tri-Res Rare boots. Any one of these is a good choice. Just mind the strength requirement there. And yeah, you're going to want faster run walk. And then all kinds of resists that you can Tri-Res. Okay, and then maybe faster hit recovery. Just gamble boots. Gamble for the bone weave, the worm hide boots, and the scarab shell, I would say. And try to get some Tri-Res with run walk, and that's going to be your choice for the boots. All right. Now for charms, you're going to want to go with classic, of course. Everyone needs Hellfire and Annihilus. Alright. Now for this build, you definitely need to stack some resistance charms. You can also stack some hit recovery charms if you're, feeling up to it. But try not to get hit with this build, right? So let's add some resist charms. Oops. There we go. A few all resist. Oops. Small charm. Let's go with the cold life or something like that. So we can get another all resist. Okay. So just get a few resist charms. Right? You won't need too many to get max resists. And then of course make sure to do your resist quests in each difficulty. Alright. and you will have these capped out. Okay, and I always recommend having more than cap, but at least here you know that it will be in cap. And then of course you can always get some damage charm. Whoops. Some damage charms. Right, some toxic. That's nice. All right. So now that we have all of our gear here, let's gear up the mercenary. And actually, first let's look at the stats really quick. Okay, so we need some strength because Windforce is the highest thing to wear with 134. Okay, it's also the highest requirement for the dexterity too. So get that up. You can add more dexterity for damage. As you can see, the damage is increasing there. But I think it's up to you, honestly. You can choose. I would say do that. And put oh yeah, make sure that is on Amazon skills as well. Yeah, so put that, and yeah, that'll give you a lot of life actually. 1700 base, and yeah, so you would have 9 pierce, which is what you want. You could actually take one away. You want 21 multi-shot here, because the mana cost gets too high when it's in later levels, and that's good enough. That's enough arrows. It pretty much covers the whole screen, so you'd be good there. You've got 9 pierce, right? And so the rest could just go in crit shot, critical strike. Okay. Now for the mercenary, I go with the normal cold arrow act 1 mercenary because she is just the best choice, because you'll need a fanaticism aura from Rune Word, which I'll talk about. But first, let's give her a helm. So I'm gonna want to go with Andes, and you know, either a raw rune or get the Ruby Jewel of Fervor with fire resist, of course. And increase attack speed, right? And that's gonna be your jewel. So go with the red one. No, it doesn't matter the color, but yeah. So fire resist and increase attack speed. All right. Now for the armor on the bow merc, you're gonna want fortitude, but in a kraken plate, because her strength isn't as high as the other mercs, because she's a bow, because she's a rogue. So yeah, go with the Kraken Shell, fortitude, and that's going to be the best choice for her. With 164 strength, she'll be able to equip this at level 82 if you hire her from normal, or maybe level 84 from another difficulty. Okay, unless that's been changed, but just go with the normal one. Alright. Now you're going to want to go with a Faith Rune Word and a Great Bow here for her bow, because you definitely want this fanaticism aura, okay? And you definitely want it to be over 13 at least, but the higher the better, of course. Okay. Bows can be ethereal, so go with a superior with an attack rating on a mercenary, okay? For her bow, if possible. Alright, so as you can see, this bow Amazon's pretty much done. The mercenary is going to give you the fanaticism aura, and you're going to have pretty good damage here. You're going to have 10k against physical immune. You're going to want to use magic arrow, alright? Multi-shot, that's about 8k damage, and the guided is about 15k, okay? And with all of the attack speed, that you acquired, you're going to be at the 7-frame breakpoint, or basically the 4-frame breakpoint. The fastest attack speed, okay? Fastest breakpoint. And that's what you want, obviously. So, yeah. You got pretty good defense. If you want to stack some hit recovery, go for it. If you want to add, a bow and crossbow skills, grand charms are going to be your best choice. Maybe with faster hit recovery, because just a small amount can push you up through the breakpoints a bit. So you can cover that up with charms, I think, for the Bozon. But this Amazon is going to be quite good at farming Chaos Sanctuary with the Mercenary. You'll be able to clear... you should be able to clear Chaos Sanctuary quite fast. Okay. And, yeah, you'll be quite tanky. Just try not to get hit, and you'll have knockback. Now, for the gear swap, I would say go with the Call to Arms and a Crystal Sword with a Spirit. And don't use a Monarch here. You're going to want to use something with lower strength because you're the Amazon, so you're going to have low strength. So maybe go with like a Kite Shield or a Dragon Shield or something like that. And then the cast rate won't matter really. If you're going to be using an Enigma, which I don't recommend on the Amazon, you could even go with Whiz Spike just on your swap for fast cast rate, but it's not going to be my choice to teleport on Amazon. So, yeah, go with the Call to Arms here. Okay. And summon your Valkyrie, of course. Give battle command and battle orders. And let's see, your build is all totally maxed out here. We got 10k magic, 8k multi, and 16k guided. So this is pretty good damage here. You can always add more with charms, but I think that this is good. You've got about 2.8k life. So you'll be pretty solid to survive in some higher levels in Hell mode and farming Chaos Sanctuary. You could even do bail runs in a party. You can even do a few bosses like Shank or Eldritch or even Nilithok, because he isn't particularly immune to this Amazon. So yeah, that's the Amazon build by me, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment down below, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next build. Peace.